Hello my dear student, I welcome you all to the maths class. So in today's class we are going to start a new chapter, that is Roman numerals, from the second chapter of composite maths. Let us start with what is Roman numerals. So Roman numerals are a numeral system that has been originated in the ancient Rome. So you can see in the picture out here that the Roman numbers x, vi, these are all the Roman numbers, and those are carried by the Roman Empire. So this indicates this Roman numerals has been originated from, or has been came from, ancient Rome. Okay. Basically, in our day-to-day life, we deal with our Hindu-Arabic numeration, right? So like 0, 1, 2, 3, all those are Hindu-Arabic numeration. Okay. So the Hindu-Arabic numeration system uses 10 digits. Okay. Starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9. There are at around 10 digits. And with this 10 digit, we form a bigger unit, we form a bigger number, we form a smaller number, which we have studied in the previous class regarding lakh, thousand, 10,000, isn't it? So those numbers are formed by a 10 digit, this 10 digit number, okay, to write any numeral or a number. So Roman had a 7 symbols to write any number. Like we have 10 digits starting from 0 to 9, and Roman, they use symbols like A, B, not A actually, C, V, M. I'm going to discuss about that. All they use 7 symbols to write any number. Okay, those 7 symbols are I, V, X, L, C, D, and M. Okay, this every alphabet or the symbol represent a digit or a number that I'm going to tell you about. Okay, so the Roman numerals with their corresponding Hindu-Arabic numerals are as follows. The relation between the Roman numerals and Hindu-Arabic numerals I'm going to discuss now to you people. So as I have mentioned, there are 7 symbols to represent a Roman numeral. Okay, so I here representing 1, V represents 5, okay, X represents 10, L represents 50, C represents 100, M represents 500, and D represents 100. So using this symbol, we will form the bigger number, and using this symbol only, we will form a smaller number, like starting from 1 to crore, lakh, thousand, whatever number you want to make. Say for 200, if you want to make, using this symbol only in a Roman number, if using this number you want to make 200, then using this number, using this symbol, you can make a number. Okay. So student, after having a knowledge of a Roman numerals, now let us study the rules for forming a Roman numeral. Okay. So we should know the rules in order to form a Roman numerals. There are few rules which we need to understand. So the first and foremost rule is, it states that when a Roman numerals is repeated than once, we add its value each time to get the number. Okay, so whenever you are having a Roman number, it is getting suppose repeated, then what you will do, if you want to change into that in Hindu-Arabic number, then we will add its value. Say I is representing 1, as I mentioned previous, I represents 1. So if you have 2I, then you will say 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Okay, if only 1I is there and it is 1. If there is 2I, then it is 1 plus 1. Okay, similarly, if you have XX, then it is 10 plus 10, it is equal to 20. Okay, if you have XXX is equal to 10 plus 10 plus 10 is equal to 30. If somebody asks you, can you write 30 in the Roman numeral form? Then yes, you can say XXX is the Roman numeral form of 30. Okay, so beside that, we should also know the symbols should not be repeated more than 3 times. Also, the symbol V, L, D are never repeated. there is no symbol for 0 also. Okay, so you can see this x is repeated 3 times. So the symbol, any symbol should not be repeated more than 3 times. The symbol VLD are never repeated. So V should be 1, L should be 1, D should be 1. Okay, so this VLD are never repeated. And another thing, the symbol, if you are repeating, suppose here X is getting repeated or I is getting repeated, then the symbol should not be more than 3 times together. Okay, should not be repeated more than 3 times together. So with this, we are over with rule number 1. I hope it is clear. Let's proceed to rule number 2. Rule number 2 states that whenever a smaller Roman numeral is written to the right of the greater Roman numerals, the value of the greater numeral is added to the smaller numeral. So, with this rule, I will explain you with the example. So here you can see VI. So I is smaller Roman numeral than V. So if you are having at the smaller Roman numeral at the right hand side, then the value of the greater numeral is added. So V is 5, it should be added, plus I is for 1 is equal to 6. Similarly, X is your 10 plus 10 plus 10. I is smaller Roman numeral, that's why 5 plus 1 is equal to 36. So altogether 36 is represented as a XXXVI. Okay, so this is our rule number 2. Proceeding further to rule number 3, it states that when a smaller Roman numeral is written to the left of the greater Roman numeral, it is always subtracted. So it is basically the opposite of rule number 2, you can say. Okay, so here V is a greater Roman numeral and it is on the right hand side, and I is smaller, so it is on the if it is on the left hand side, then in this condition you will subtract V minus I, that is 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Similarly, 1x is equal to x is for 10 and minus, because I smaller, being a smaller Roman numeral, it is on the left hand side, so it will get subtracted. So 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. So this is our rule number 3, and we are over with rule number 3 also. Next rule is rule number 4. It states that when a smaller Roman numeral is placed between two greater Roman numeral, then its value is subtract from the value of greater numeral on its right. Okay, so XIX is equal to 10 plus 10 minus 1, means I is on the left hand side of this greater numeral, that is x. It is in the center, I is at the center, so 10x will be for 10 plus then 10 minus 1. This is rule number 3, in which we are going to subtract. Alright, so this is rule number 4. Nothing but whenever you are having a smaller Roman numeral at the between or at the center of the greater Roman numeral, then its value will get subtract from the value of the greater numeral on the which is on the right hand side. Okay, so XIX is equal to 19, XXIV is equal to 24, because V is greater Roman numeral than I. So in this condition, the subtraction will take place. Okay, overall this rule you can say. So student, altogether we have 4 rule. Okay, with the help of this, now we are going to solve the self practice 2. All right, taking the help of the previous rule, whatever we have studied. All right, so let us start solving self practice 2 without any delay. Student, here we have the first question from self practice 2 of chapter 2, Roman numeral. Okay, so first question is, write the Hindu Arabic numerals for each Roman numeral. So all the form are in the Roman numeral, so you have to write this in Hindu Arabic numeral, like 10, 12, 13, that we have to write. Okay, so I hope you remember the rules. X is greater Roman numeral compared to I, so it should follow the rule number 3, because x is at the right hand side, greater Roman numeral. First it should be written 10, then minus I is for 1, so 10 minus 1 is 9. So IX means 9. So it is following the rule number 3 also. That's why I have said you have to follow, you have to know the rule also okay, to write it in the Hindu-Arabic form. Okay, XX. So when the Roman numeral is getting repeated, then what we should do? 10 plus 10, it is 20. Which rule it is? It is rule number 1. Yes. So 10 plus 10 is 20. Again, XII. So what we should do here? Over here, we will follow the rule 2. Rule 2. What was rule 2? Rule 2 was, whenever the smaller Roman numeral is at the right hand side, we will add the Roman numeral. So X is for 10 and this II is getting repeated. So this is for rule 1, because 2 Roman numerals should be there. 1 plus 1. So the answer is 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. Right? So 12 is represented as XII. Okay. So next question we have VII. Again here we will follow the rule 2 as well as rule 1, because 2I here is smaller Roman numeral than V. So it is 5 plus 1 plus 1. This is following the rule 1, and this is following the rule 2. Okay. So you have to write the rule also. You may not write, it's okay, but you should remember the rule which you are following. Okay. So it is 7. Alright student, I hope you have understood this. It is easy. So question number E, F, G, H from self-practice 2, question number 1 will be a home assignment. Okay. Home assignment. Alright. So see you in the next class. Till then, stay safe and healthy, and do not forget to practice and do your home assignment. Okay. Thank you everyone.